guy right now, three-time champion, all rookie team member. You can hear him on Chicago Bulls broadcast. He'll be getting ready for tonight's game. Stacey King joining the drive, guys. Stacey, what is up, my guy? You're on with Drapes and Jay. How you doing today?
Hey, what's going on, boys? Just chilling.
Yo, I'm sorry we came to you a little early. I think we were scheduled for 3:30. Hopefully we didn't wake you up from your nap or anything like that.
No. It's good. It's all good, man. I just got back in from visiting the restaurant Fixins with my boys.
Oh, that part.
Who you go with
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
Who
come
you
on.
take? Who you take? Adam or who you take over there?
No. I got some homeboys here in Sac.
Oh, well, you went to one of the spots then. You was on the up and up, Stacy. That's the spot.
I got peeps all on the West Coast, bro.
Oh, I didn't know that, bro. Let me check my phone.
man.
He might not have texted me this time, but maybe next time, Stacey. Nah, man. Appreciate you joining us, man. Getting ready for this game. Bulls actually been playing halfway decent over the last 6 games or so. Now it's the Kevin Huerter revenge game, Zach LaVine revenge game. Just give me your thoughts heading into this one about where your team is and what tonight's game means.
Well, I mean, there's no extra pressure on us. I mean, we're fighting for, a play-in game. We're fighting. We could get as high as 7 if we take care of business. We've been playing really well after the trade deadline. Guys have stepped up. Josh Giddey's been playing out of his mind. Kobe White's been having some really, really big games for us. So we're a different team than we were in the beginning of the year.
Stacy, guys are fighting for the 9th, 10th spot, obviously tied, sitting in that situation. Is this something that, they've made a few moves, of course, trading Zach LaVine here. We switcheroo with Kevin Huerter coming back there, your guys' way. Are you guys looking to make the playoffs? Or, we've been talking a lot about tankathon and tanking for Cooper Flag. We've seen that throughout the league. What are you guys looking to do?
I think, our fans want us to tank. Our fans want us to lose. Because they want the pick. And I think the organization says, hey, we got a lot of young guys, and let's see where the chips fall. If they make the playoffs and they, get past the play-in game, if we get in the play-in game, we get to keep our pick. If we actually make the playoffs, we lose the pick, and we go from being a lottery team to like 15, I think. So we fall out of the lottery, which hurts you. But I think their mindset is that, hey, we got a young team, we got some guys that need some experience, and we're playing our younger guys. And if we're developing and they end up making the playoffs, so be it.
Stacey King joining us, co-host of the podcast, Give Me the Hot Sauce. We'll talk about that and the actual hot sauce coming up in just a minute. But, you guys are in town. Obviously, a big game for Zach. Spent about 8 seasons in Chicago. You got to cover Zach, call some of his games. What do you remember most about Zach's time in there, and how much are you looking forward to catching up with him tonight?
Zach is a great player. He took a lot of heat, a lot of the frustration sometimes from the fan base. Sometimes, a guy who's as dynamic as him, the expectations are super high. It takes more than one person to elevate a franchise. Not everybody's Michael Jordan. Not everybody's Magic Johnson. You just don't have those kind of players. There's only a handful of those players who can actually elevate a team to being a playoff team or a championship team. And, the kid works hard. He's a great teammate. He's a great player. He's one of the few guys in this league that's a professional scorer that you can say, roll him out there and he can get you 30 or more points when he's on. And I think you guys have seen that in a few games that he's played. He's a dynamic scorer. And I think he's elevated your team. You guys were on a roll a little bit. But just like every other team, you got injuries, guys out in and out of the lineup that hurts your team. You don't get the chemistry that you'd like to have with everybody being there. I know Sabonis has been out, so that's kind of hurt a little bit. But when you guys have everybody there, he gives you a different element. He gives you a guy, shot clock winding down, he can go get buckets. DeMar's another guy. So you have 2 guys on your roster, and Malik Monk. I mean, those are 3 guys on your roster that can go get buckets when you need it.
Hey, Stacy, one of the guys that I think we big, and I might be, hopefully I'm speaking for you as well, Drapes. I know you've been a fan of his and maybe still are, is Josh Giddey.
Yeah.
And I know, he's 14, 7, and 6. He's stuffing the stat sheet a little bit. What's your take on Josh Giddey now that his first year in Chicago? I would love your opinion on him.
Hey, he's phenomenal. You know what? He's improved his 3-point shooting every season he's been here. in the league. He's shooting his highest percentage this year with us. He's a big guard, man. I didn't know he was that big. You know, you see him a little bit. You don't really pay too much attention to him because he's in a Western Conference. But when he's on your team, you know, he's a big guard. He's legit 6'8". You know, he can rebound. He rebounds like a small forward. And that's why he's always floating around with triple-doubles. If there's a guy that can average a triple-double kind of like Westbrook did, I would say it'd be Josh Giddey. I would not be surprised. And he's only 22. You got to remember that. He's only 22 years old. So I would not be surprised in the next coming years you don't see him average a triple-double because every single night he floats around with it. He's become more offensive aggressive. You know, with Zach being gone, there was a lot of shots available now. So he stepped up his game offensively. He's getting downhill, getting to the basket. He uses his size very well around the rim against smaller guys. And now, you know, he's a threat at the three-point line. He's only going to get better there. And the Bulls are going to have to, you know, they're going to, you know, he's going to be a restricted free agent. And the Bulls didn't trade for him to let him go. So they're going to let him probably test the market. I mean, you know, he's looking at, you know, $25 to $30 million a season. You know, he's looking at guys in his class. You know, you got Jalen Suggs, who makes about $30 million a year. You know, are these guys worth it? You know, this money? I mean, this is what the league dictates now. You have to pay your star players on your team. So, you know, a lot of people may say, oh, he's not worth $30 million, but he's getting what the market is for a player of his stature.
Stacy, you know, to your point about Josh, I'm looking at some numbers as I prep for tonight's game. Over his last 10, 23 points, 10.5 rebounds, 8.3 assists, 53.6 from three-point range over his last 10. That dude is hooping right now,
putting it up.
He is balling.
He's putting it out there because if you think about it, you know, we don't know how much money is going to be available in free agency as a restricted free agent, but someone's going to look at this kid and say, hey, look, you know what? You know, he's worth it. I mean, they're going to offer him as much as they can because it's hard to find a kid, a point guard of that size and that skill set. He's a phenomenal passer. His defense has gotten better. He's competing a little bit better than when he first got here. He used to be like a turnstile. Guys would go by him, and you know now he's starting to use his size and his length to become a better defensive player. And you got to remember, you know, the Bulls are doing an unconventional way of building their team. You know, most teams build a team through the draft. That's the old way. The Bulls have, with AK, what he's done, and Mark Eversley in the front office, is they've gone and got kids that are 22, 21 years old, highly ranked kids. And if you look at their stat records, they've had relative success in the league. So you're getting guys that, you know, have 4 or 5 years experience that are 22, 23 years old that have, you know, like over 200 starts amongst them. And I think we're like the 4th youngest team in the league right now with the way we've done this since all the moves that we made. And we got a lot of these young kids have a lot of experience on our team. That's why we've been able to have some success here and not really fall into that tanking mode. And they really need to do away with that tanking. The tanking is starting to get ridiculous. I mean, I understand you want to try to get the pick, but if I was Adam Silver, what I would do is instead of having an in-season tournament, I would have a tournament at the end of the season for all the lottery teams and make them earn the number 1 pick. Make them play it out like a mini tournament. Let it be like you could have a single elimination, or you could have a 3-game playoff series, and it would be like a playoff series for, you know, all the teams that, you know, the teams that are in the lottery, and you make them earn it. You make them win the lottery. This would eliminate all the tanking. It would excite your fan base. It would excite your fan base, and it would give organizations something to play for. And while the other teams are playing in the playoffs, you're playing for a lottery pick, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. It'd be interesting.
Joined by Stacey King, color analyst of Chicago Bulls television, that is. Before we get to the hot sauce, because I'm super interested about the hot sauce myself, Kevin Huerter, a.k.a. Revenge Game, Zach LaVine, a.k.a. Revenge Game. Kevin Huerter coming over to the Bulls. Stacy, how's he played since he's been in Chi-Town?
Baby, the Red Baron's been dropping bombs on everybody, baby. He seems like he's got his stroke back. I know for you guys.
Be careful what you say, Stacy, around here.
Yeah.
I know he struggled a little bit, you know, here with his shot. But he, you know, if you look at his track record, he's been a consistent outside shooter his whole career. He's a big guard. He can handle the ball. I think what he's having success here is it's a new place. Expectations were low for him coming in. You know, they were considered throw-ins in the trade. Like, oh, we just got throw-ins. And so the expectations are low. And his first few games, he couldn't hit anything. And then all of a sudden I had a conversation with him one day, and I said, because I remember in Atlanta, he used to kill us in Atlanta. And I said, hey, man, are you more comfortable on the move, or are you more comfortable stand-still shooter? Because, three-point shooters are different. They're not all the same. And he said, I prefer to be on the move. I prefer to be catching the ball off a down screen, moving. And then all of a sudden, the Bulls put in some systems where they got him moving, got him coming to the ball, and his shot is 1,000 times better. He's played extremely well for us, and he's going to be a guy they're going to bring back.
Stacey King joining us, host of Give Me the Hot Sauce podcast, and you actually got real hot sauce you out there selling too, huh?
Yeah, let me take a look.
Check it out, Jay. I'm on the website right now.
You know what?
Tell me about that,
I'm on my Nipsey hustle, babe. I'm out here hustling, bro.
I can see you working.
You're trying to get that bag, man. So it's really good hot sauce. We got 4 flavors. We got a barbecue sauce. We got salsa verde, and we got 2. We got a mild hot, and then we got a super hot hot sauce. And all of them are very good. They're all organic. And my hot sauce which makes mine different, is mine is not watery based. Mine is thick, so you can put it on chips. You can put it on, pizza, burgers, and you actually taste the flavors. It's just not a watery. You pour out some of the water based ones, it's all watery, and they're good. Not slamming anything, but I like mine thick. I like mine thick, and I like to put it on things. And my salsa verde is awesome. If you like Mexican food, you can put on anything Mexican food. It will take it to another level.
Man, that's it right there. I'm going to have to dive in and support the family.
Yeah, you know what? Support the fan. Support the fan, baby. Support the fan.
I might have to order a 3-pack. I'm on the
site. I see you working right there,
And all the listeners out there, all you Sacramento Kings fans, you go out there and support the cause. Come out there and help take some hot sauce. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. You'll be reordering, re-upping.
Hey, let me get a discount code. You know what I mean? A Drapes discount code.
There's one on the website. There's one on the website.
Okay, it's right on the front page. I think right.
You get a percentage off.
Oh, 50% off.
Oh, 1871 with code. Holiday.
Okay. Yeah. So hey, listen, we take care of our fan base. We take care of the fan base.
Hey, man, appreciate you, man. Good luck tonight on the call. Hopefully the Kings get this win. I'm just saying. And good luck to your Oklahoma Sooners tomorrow. Y'all got UConn tomorrow, baby. That's a big one tomorrow.
Yeah, man. It's hey, we're just happy to be back in the tournament, man. We're not an NIT team, and so it's about time we got back to the dance, bro.
All right, Stacey King, 3-time champ, joining us. Appreciate you, Stacey. See you in a little bit, man.
Hey, thanks for having me on, guys.
All right, that's our guy, Stacey King, when we come back.